Hello, young man. I'm here to talk to you about a subject that is very close to my heart, and that is the struggle against perfectionism. You see, being a hero, a vigilante, a guardian of this city, it's not just about having a cool suit and a bunch of gadgets. It's about being human. It's about making mistakes, and it's about learning from those mistakes. I remember when I first started out, I was obsessed with being perfect. I thought that if I could just be perfect, if I could just make sure that every detail was taken care of, that I could prevent every crime, that I could save every life, then I would be happy. But the truth is, perfection is an unattainable goal. It's a myth, an illusion, and chasing after it can be destructive, not just to ourselves, but to those around us. I used to spend hours, even days, preparing for a single mission. I would rehearse every possible scenario, every possible outcome. I would analyze every piece of data, every shred of evidence. I would try to anticipate every move my enemies would make. And even then, even with all that preparation, things would still go wrong. And when they did, I would be devastated. I would beat myself up over it, wondering what I could have done differently. But then I realized that perfection is not the goal. The goal is to do our best, to give it our all, to leave everything on the field. And if we make mistakes, if we stumble, if we fall, that's okay. Because that's where the real learning happens. That's where we grow. That's where we become stronger. I remember one time I was on a mission to stop the Joker from robbing a bank. I had prepared for every possible scenario, but what I didn't anticipate was that the Joker would have a backup plan. He had set up a trap for me, and I fell right into it. I was caught off guard, and for a moment, I was paralyzed with fear. But then I remembered something my father used to tell me. It's not about being perfect, it's about being brave. So I took a deep breath, I assessed the situation, and I came up with a new plan. I used my skills, my training, and my experience to improvise. And in the end, I was able to stop the Joker and save the day. But more importantly, I learned a valuable lesson. I learned that perfection is not the key to success. It's about being adaptable, it's about being resilient, and it's about being brave. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, but what about all the times I fail? What about all the times I make mistakes? Well, let me tell you something. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is a part of success. Every successful person, every hero, every champion has experienced failure at some point in their lives. It's how we respond to that failure that matters. When I was a young boy, I used to be afraid of the dark. I would lie in bed at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering what was lurking in the shadows. But then my father taught me something. He taught me that the darkness is not something to be feared, but something to be understood. He taught me that the darkness is just the absence of light, and that with a little bit of courage, a little bit of bravery, we can overcome anything. So I want to leave you with a challenge today. I want to challenge you to let go of your need for perfection. I want to challenge you to be brave, to be adaptable, and to be resilient. I want to challenge you to see failure not as the end, but as a stepping stone to success. And most importantly, I want to challenge you to be kind to yourself, to be gentle with yourself, to remember that you are human, and that it's okay to make mistakes. You see, being a hero is not just about saving the world from villains. It's about saving ourselves from our own self-doubt, from our own fears, and from our own perfectionism. It's about being brave enough to be imperfect, to be vulnerable, and to be human. So, don't be afraid to take risks, to try new things, and to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to be yourself, even if that means being imperfect. Because in the end, it's not about being perfect. It's about being brave, it's about being kind, and it's about being human. And if you feel this talk helpful, don't forget like and subscribe. And if you want to be a more grateful person, you can donate on the Patreon account. Link on description. See you soon, friend.